Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, BoxingScene.com, shout out to Steve Kim, is reporting that basically there's a rematch potentially in play between Carlos Cuadras and Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. Now, I was at the first fight. The first fight was incredibly entertaining, definitely a Fight of the Year candidate. That's one of the fights, probably the best fights to be made in boxing, honestly. The rematch between Gonzalez and Cuadras. Roman Gonzalez, the best fighter in the world, struggling against a guy who was clearly bigger, proven champion in Cuadras. Some people even think he won the fight. I don't. I scored it 8-4 for Roman. I don't really see how Cuadras won more than 4 rounds, but to each his own. But here's what it said in the article, and these quotes are from Cuadras' trainer, Rudy Hernandez. So here is what Rudy Hernandez said. He said, I quote, "They're actually working on having a rematch sometime in February. I think Cuadras started off just a little bit late, and I think that come February in a rematch, he starts round 13 and he puts the pressure on, and I really believe that he can stop Chocolatito in the rematch." Now, if you're Rudy Hernandez, if you're Carlos Cuadras, first of all, Cuadras is a very good fighter, and it is possible with him being the bigger guy, someone who was landing a lot of, accurate punches, that he could stop Roman Gonzalez. I think, and that's why I believe the 115-pound division is by far, hands down, the best in boxing, because between, the top 4 fighters in the division, I think every single one of them are damn near even fights. Roman Gonzalez versus Cuadras, Cuadras Estrada, Inoue Roman, Inoue Estrada, Inoue Cuadras. They're all very competitive fights, and they're all very skilled fighters, pound for pound level fighters. But he's gonna for Cuadras, if he's gonna defeat Roman Gonzalez, it's really gonna come down to him as the bigger man in the ring, the bigger fighter, holding his ground. It's almost like Roman Gonzalez was fighting like the bigger fighter that night, and you had Cuadras running around the ring, throwing flashy little combinations. A lot of those punches weren't landing, but it gets you points with the judges. Some of the people in the crowd who weren't as close to the ring as I was, they think those punches are landing. A lot of them weren't. So that being said, I hope it happens in February, but we know that Roman Gonzalez has been very adamant, saying that if he does not get $1 million payday from HBO, he is not fighting Cuadras in a rematch, nor is he fighting Estrada in a rematch, nor is he going to fight Inoue in a rematch. So if Roman is going to, do what he's done for HBO, fighting for very cheap, for how good he is and the level of excitement his fights bring on fight night, he wants to be compensated fairly. There's nothing wrong with that. So hopefully HBO just comes with the money, because he's going to fight Cuadras if the money is right. And honestly, no disrespect to Cuadras, he's a hell of a fighter. I think he puts up a really good effort. In this fight, he probably beats maybe Estrada. I think he had a really good chance of beating Estrada, but he's not beating Roman Gonzalez. I'm sorry. I'm going on record and say it right now. He is not going to beat Roman Gonzalez for the simple fact that he may be the bigger fighter in the ring, but he just doesn't fight like it. And and it's almost like he abandoned his jab later in the fight. He just wasn't very consistent with his game plan. And maybe if we were in the era where there was 15 round fights, that fight goes a little bit differently. Maybe he stops Roman because Roman was, gassing towards the latter part of the round. So you could attribute that to Roman getting older, maybe. Or you could simply attribute that to Roman moving up in weight and his body not being accustomed to it. Now, I think really, if they do fight again, Roman's body is going to be a lot more accustomed to the weight, and he's going to put on not a good solid performance like the last fight. No, he's going to put on a masterclass performance, and Cuadras is not going to beat him. But the first fight was really good. It did great numbers ticket sales wise, and on HBO. Ticket sales wise, they went just under 7,000. I believe the announced attendance was 6,743, which is great when you factor in that's Roman Gonzalez's first card he was headlining. He's a flyweight who doesn't speak English, and on that particular night, in LA, you had, or just not in LA, in America, you had the baseball playoff race was in full swing. You had college football. You had the UFC card on. So to do that, you had the Forum, great atmosphere, sure as hell didn't feel like 6,700. It felt like 20,000 people in there. It was the atmosphere was crazy. And then the ratings wise, I think it peaked out around 850,000 on HBO, which is still a really good number. If they are to do it in February when there's a lot less sports going on, I guarantee you it probably does a million as long as they put it on free HBO. So I would do the rematch. I know it'll get ticket sales would probably be better, ratings would be better because everybody knows how exciting the first fight was. So that's the news. Roman Gonzalez, Carlos Cuadras, rumored for February. I hope it does happen in February because number one, my birthday is in February, so that'd be a hell of a birthday present for me to see the guy I deem as the best fighter in the world, probably my favorite fighter in boxing right now, Roman Gonzalez, fighting. And I'm actually supposed to go to LA sometime in February, so depending on when they schedule that fight, maybe I might get out to that one, who knows. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Roman Gonzalez, Carlos Cuadras, Part 2, rumored for February according to Carlos Cuadras' trainer, Rudy Hernandez. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video as always, share it, do all the good stuff. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dang It. So until next time, take care, guys.